Along with Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And this is the rubber match. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks going up against the New York Mets. All right, we'll be back. Our starting pitcher in this one, Nolan McLean. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Yeah, he gave up several earned runs his last time out. I think command is a huge issue for him, and fastball command. He's got to trust it. He's got good velocity. Attack hitters with it in this one.
Ready for baseball here in New York. Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Polanco steps on the bag. One pitch and one out. Now the Diamondbacks lineup as put together by Torey Lovullo. And he takes a strike. Marte with some impressive production lately. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. 2 up, 2 down. This is Corbin Carroll. 2 for 9 so far in the series.
Don't expect too many more high fastballs. This is a good sinker ball pitcher, and sometimes they can make mistakes trying to pitch up in the zone. Look for him to stay down around the knees to be effective.
Climb the ladder with that fastball. That's strike 2. Corbin goes down on strikes. Now the Mets offense will go to work for the first time. We go to the bottom of the first. And getting the start for Arizona, Brian Nelson. How about a scouting report on him?
Well, last time out, picked up the win. Didn't allow a run. Pitched extremely well. It doesn't have to be perfect, but if he can give another performance like last time out, his team will be happy.
High fly ball, right field. Carroll under it. And there's one down. Here's a Mets lineup now. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Chris.
Yeah, Boo. They understand various situations and think ahead of the opponent. Teams like this know how to get down to business and focus on the task at hand.
So a man aboard now with one away.
Nice line drive to full side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Watch Soto now. Soto in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Swing and a miss.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
The other way. And there's 2 away.
First baseman, Jorge Polanco.
The batter now, Jorge Polanco.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
Polanco matched a couple of homers in his last game.
Nope, that's inside.
Bichette off of first with 2 away. Right through there for a strike. And a foul ball.
He was a little out front, but did a good job keeping the hands back long enough to foul that pitch off.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And we're back. Who doesn't love a rubber match, Siggy? This game is big for both these teams. It's early, but we have a tight one so far.
Yeah, Boog, anytime you're trying to take a series, there's a little extra juice in the dugout. Everyone wants that edge. Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first, heading for 2. Around second now, going for three. And he makes it all the way to third, so a costly throwing error there. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's Nolan Arenado. In the air, right field. Taylor gets there. He's under it. Takes it in for the out. 3 hits last night, so he was a big factor in getting that win. And there's a foul ball. The Diamondbacks with a chance to score first here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. Struck him out looking.
Well, that was such a great opportunity to grab the lead. You had the infield back. All you've got to do is just put the ball in play on the ground, and you drive across a run. It's a frustrating outcome for the hitter. Now, he'll still have a chance, but it's probably going to take a clutch hit with 2 outs.
Swing and a pop-up. And that's the 3rd out. Back here at Citi Field, bottom of the inning, Marcus Semien up now for the Mets. Hit in the air out towards left center field, pretty well struck. Gurriel racing over to make the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Batting 6, catcher, Francisco Alvarez.
What a stop. Over to first. And they get the out. Here's the center fielder, Jared Young. On the ground right side, and it goes just foul. Two down, nobody on. He swings and fouls one off. Got him. That ends the inning. Nothing. Back here in Queens, new inning getting started. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. stands in now for the Diamondbacks. That misses. Ball 1. Gurriel getting to start in left in the 8th spot in today's lineup, and his on-base percentage this season is right around .360. Tapped softly on the ground. Bichette whips it to first, and 1 away in the top of the 3rd. Fastball for a strike. Next offering is foul back. Swing and a bouncer. Semien.
Up next for the Diamondbacks.
So back to the top of the Arizona lineup. Geraldo Perdomo now at the plate. Foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Inside.
That's inside.
And it's 1-1. Top of the 3rd, no score. On the ground to the left.
Foul.
And that's just foul. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Welcome back and take a look at some hot hitting in this series as we check out the numbers. Nelson back to work. And that one fouled off.
Well, these Mets definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These batters are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
That one hammered, but pulled foul. The 0-1. Swing and a ball popped in the air. 2 down.
So those first pitch numbers tell me they should try to find a way to slow this game down a bit. Things have been moving just too quickly for them at times.
Well struck, deep right field, way back, and out of here. Francisco Lindor sent it out. It's his 6th home run of the season. Bo Bichette up to the dish. Swings through the fastball up in the zone. Way outside. And the count 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across here in the last half of the 3rd. That one ripped left field. And that's going to bang against the wall. And with the inning still alive, here comes the heart of the order. Here's Juan Soto. 0 for 1 so far. Yeah, that's fouled off. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
Stays alive. Oh, and 2 now. On the ground to short, Perdomo. And that is that. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. And that's outside. And it's 1-0. That one lifted to left. Soto on the move. 1 up, 1 down. The Mets leading by a run. Top half of inning number 4. Rip to third. Bichette whips it to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th. So next is the designated hitter for the D-backs, Pavin Smith.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
And there's a strike.
This guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Swing and a ball lined out towards center. And that is that. No runs, no hits, no errors. On now to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Mets 1 and the Diamondbacks nothing. This is Mets baseball on the show NYC. Back here at Citi Field, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Jorge Polanco up now for the Mets. Way high there. And that is ball 1.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Establishing both ends of the zone is critical. Most times guys are wanting to get hitters out down, but if you can get them to look up, get a called strike, that's going to make that strike zone a lot bigger.
Got him looking. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Bill just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Hey!
Simeon working through some struggles lately.
That's a ball.
Yeah, they say baseball is a game of failure, and that's true even for longtime major leaguers. Sometimes you'll have tough stretches just like this, but he's an experienced vet. He'll probably right the ship soon.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Boog, he was shopping at the buckle right there, the way that slider made him look. That was just nasty.
Two outs, base is empty. Now here is Francisco Alvarez. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. That one finds the zone. No balls, 2 strikes. And that just misses.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
And that's a strikeout looking. And he strikes out the side here in the 4th. It's the Mets 1 and the Diamondbacks nothing. Back here in Queens, ready now for the 5th inning. Nolan Arenado stands in now for the Diamondbacks. The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball. Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation. That's an automatic ball. The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball.
fans, make sure to join us here at the ballpark this Friday night as we've got the solution for these cold early season games. The first 10,000 fans through the gates, you'll receive a complimentary team fleece blanket courtesy of MLB The Show.
In for a strike, now 3-1.
Well, these Diamondbacks just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They haven't run a single count full.
That one ripped left field. That's back there. Bangs off the wall. The throw in. The tag, and they got him down, going for two.
Gotta love the hustle and the attitude there to try to stretch that single into a double, but unfortunately thrown out at second base. He was so close to being in scoring position.
Swings and lines a base hit into left field, so they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game. But all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Thomas batting for the second time, and it's strike one.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to.
On to Simeon. What a double play that was. Inning over. Back here at Citi Field, we head to the bottom of the fifth. Jared Young up now for the Mets. That one is hammered right field, carrying well, and it is gone. He hammers one out to right, his first homer of the year, and they boost their lead. It's 2-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Last half of inning number 5. And that one fouled off. Out to center. Thomas under it. One away. And next for New York, Tyrone Taylor. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a ball popped up. 2 away now. Swing and a miss.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. If you're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Ripped on a line to center. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. The Mets do pick up a run on this solo blast. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. will hit next.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. You always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
This one in the air, center field. Young has a beat on it. And there's one away.
Well, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
And that one hammered way back there. And a foul ball. Good job to fight that one off.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Got him looking for the K. That was pretty nasty.
He worked the outside corner of the plate, and he kept it around the knees, both with the fastball and with the off-speed pitch.
In the air to left center. Young on his way over. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And that'll do it. Well, we go bottom 6. Leading off, Bo Bichette. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Well, these Mets, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
That one ripped right center field. And it's into the gap. Now he'll turn for second. Pulls in with a double. 3rd hit for him today.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Ground ball right side. That's a base hit. Bichette around 3rd and headed home. The throw is offline. He's safe. It's 3-0. So digging in, Jorge Polanco. There's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Ground ball could be 2. Over to Perdomo. That's 1. On to Santana, 2.
Now pitching for Arizona,
Michael Soroka is forced to the mound after the injury.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Now a pop-up on the infield. That is the inning. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI. Back here at the ballpark, the final chapter of this series is being written. Only fitting we have a close one.
Yeah, Boog, when you're trying to win a series, every moment feels amplified. Now it's about focus, composure, and finishing strong.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Soto moving under it. And there's one down. Now it's the right fielder, Corbin Carroll. Fought off foul. The D-backs trailing by 3 here in the top half of inning number 7.
Yep, that ball went out.
Right side, hard hit. Polanco takes it himself, and 2 away to start the 7th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
To the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. First offering way inside, almost got him. In the air, left field. Gurriel takes it in for the out. 1 down. That one ripped, but foul.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
Popped up to the left into foul ground. Arenado takes it in for the out. And there's 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. And now the DH, Brett Beatty. Swings over the top of that one.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
And he swings over the top there.
Well, he's been aggressive right out of the box, and a smart pitcher is going to play off of that, especially when you get to 2 strikes.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Too high. Ball.
Throwing the ball well, and they need this scoreless inning in relief right here. Been doing a good job keeping him in striking distance.
Swing, high fly ball, right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone! He flexes his power with that swing. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Gurriel settles underneath it, and that is that. Back here in Queens, ready to begin the 8th. Nolan Arenado getting ready to hit. Check swing, and he went 0-1. Fouled off left side. Up and in, and he gets out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Caught him looking for the K.
Hey.
The Mets leading by 4, and we're at the top of the 8th.
Nope, outside.
Into the outfield, base hit. And that's a 1-out single. Alec Thomas now.
Usually when a pitcher's had a dominant outing, he has filled up the strike zone, and he's gotten ahead in the count with first pitch strike.
Lindor on to Simeon. But safe at first. It's a fielder's choice. Ripped, and this one could be extra bases. Thomas coming home. He'll score easily. They're on the board 4-1.
Well, that gets him a little closer in this one. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle.
Line drive, base hit. Here comes Gurriel. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and they cut the lead to 2. Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. 0 for 3 with 3 flyouts. And Aaron is in for a strike at 95. 0-1. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. The 0-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 2 on, 2 outs. Down the line, and it's foul.
Ooh, missed a mistake right there.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. The 0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like, but you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
And the 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. On a line out towards center. Young gets under it, and that's the 3rd out. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Blake Walston. The southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. He blasted one out earlier in the 3rd.
Just a solo home run, but an important swing of the bat in this game. We've already seen him do it once. Can he do it again?
Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Cade Stroud, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Diaz warming up as well. That one fouled off. And down on strikes. And that's the 1st out.
Up next for the Mets, third baseman, Tom Bichette.
Gets him to chase after that one. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
He's been great in this one. Eye-hand coordination just failed him a little bit right there.
Swings here and blasts one left field. That one carrying. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Here's Juan Soto.
For the Mets, left fielder, Juan Soto.
And it's fouled away. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. And that one is lifted in the air. Carroll should have this one. He's there. He's got it. And that ends the inning. Back here at Citi Field, digging in, Corbin Carroll. So they turn to their closer, Devin Williams.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
The 0-2. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Takes it in for the out. And a foul ball. Here comes the 0-1. Right through there for a strike. Williams in his 7th season, 31 years old, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. Struck him out looking. Now only 1 out Arenado in the box with 2 gone. And takes a look at a called strike. Foul ball there. The Diamondbacks down to their final strike. This one in the air, center field. Young drifts towards it. He puts it away, and that'll do it. The Mets win the rubber match of this 3-game series. And your final 4-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.